Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking you along on my trip to Disney. We stayed at Pop Center Resort in a standard room and it was the perfect size for just the two of us. Walking in, I was so excited to see our names on the TV. It was such a fun touch. The Mickey towel on the bed and the subtle Disney details on the walls added that extra bit of magic to our room. After we got settled in, we headed over to Disney Springs for some shopping before dinner. I was trying to find some Mickey ears to wear to Magic Kingdom, and I did end up finding a really cute pair that you will see in just a little bit. Then we headed over to Wolfgang Puck for our dinner reservations. They are farm to table, so everything is made fresh. We got some cocktails that are also made with fresh juices and syrups. I got a Moscow Mule, and my boyfriend got something similar to a lemon drop martini, and they were both absolutely delicious. For dinner, I got a margarita pizza that was so good and so fresh, and Logan got shrimp alfredo, and then of course we had to end dinner with a sweet treat. The next day, we were headed to Hollywood Studios. We took the Skyliner from Pop Resort to Hollywood Studios, and it is so easy and so convenient to use, and it's a huge benefit of staying at Pop Resort. When we got there, we wanted to head over to Rock and Roller Coaster first before the line got super long over there. The Hollywood Tower of Terror was something that I was going to avoid at all costs that day, but the Rock and Roller Coaster was so much fun. Then we headed over to the place we were most excited for, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. We rode Star Tours and we rode Smuggler's Run. Walking around there, I really felt like I was in the movie, and it was just so fun to experience this world inside of Hollywood Studios. We were starting to get hungry, so we headed over to Toy Story Land to grab a bite to eat at Woody's Lunchbox. My boyfriend got the barbecue brisket melt and tots, and I got a grilled cheese with tomato soup, and I highly recommend next time you're at Hollywood Studios. We actually then headed back to the resort to rest for a little bit, and again, the Skyliner to get back to the resort was so convenient and so easy. When we got back to Hollywood Studios, we actually headed back to Galaxy's Edge to ride Rise of the Resistance because the line was a little too long earlier in the day, and we ended up doing Star Tours again. Then it was about time for dinner, so we headed over to ABC Commissary to get the popular buffalo chicken grilled cheese sandwich. And I will say, it definitely lived up to the hype. It was so delicious and so crunchy. And even my boyfriend got it to try it and he loved it as well. After dinner, we headed back to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge so I could try the blue milk. It was definitely different, but it was still pretty good. And then we had reservations at Oga's Cantina, and I cannot recommend this place enough if you are a Star Wars fan. The atmosphere was incredible and the drinks were so unique and delicious, and it was just so fun to immerse ourselves in this Star Wars world. The next day, we were at Magic Kingdom. I was so excited to be immersed in all the Disney magic. I was excited to see the Cinderella Castle, and most excited to be able to ride Tron. The first stop, of course, was coffee. I got an iced pumpkin cream chai latte, and Logan got a frappuccino. And then we headed to Sleepy Hollow to get the Nutella waffles. And while we were waiting in line, they had a parade going on, and it was so much fun just interacting with all the characters. The Nutella waffles ended up being really good, and so were the chicken and waffles that Logan ended up getting. We then headed over to Tomorrowland to ride Tron, and I was really nervous to ride it, but it ended up actually being so fun. And then we went over to ride Space Mountain. Then we decided to go to the Laugh Floor show, and I somehow ended up next to the person they put the spotlight on the whole time. I'm just glad it wasn't me, but it was still pretty funny. And then we decided to go back to the resort to eat lunch at the dining area. When we got back to Magic Kingdom, we headed over to Adventureland to ride Pirates of the Caribbean, and I also wanted to try some Dole Whip. And the Dole Whip was actually so good, and I can't wait until I can go back and get some more. After we tried the Dole Whip, we went and watched the Indiana Jones show and even rode Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And then when it got dark, we went and rode Tron, and we actually rode in the front seat, and it was just a super fun experience in the dark and in the front. To end off the night, we grabbed a pizza from the Pop Century food court, and this was just the perfect way to wrap up our trip before heading home the next day. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please hit that subscribe button to enjoy more of my travel content. Bye you guys!